Paulina is going to be joining us.
Oh, shoot. I think I knocked. It's okay. Hi, guys. Oh, my God. There's wires. I just came out of a gear closet. There was a lot going on, but I'm back with a fun jumpsuit.
Paulina is here. Do you want to show your jumpsuit first?
It's so beautiful. It has like a little belt. It has little pockets. There's a wire behind me. You like it?
Let's get into the topics. This is going to be an interesting thing. Paulina is already...
I'm a little rusty, so you're going to have to like bear with me. Hold on. Okay. All right. You ready? I'm too excited. And the people are excited. Okay. All right, I need to calm down. Okay. Oh shoot.
We already have mistakes?
There's a paywall here. Hold on. I have a fix. Okay. So, oh no. I'm not ready. I'm okay. So Charlie Munger. Is this what you guys wanted? I got the DMs. I got the replies. I sent every single
People
reply.
want to know if Moist is coming back. I don't know. We'll talk to Moist. I haven't talked to Moist yet. Maybe Moist will come back. Maybe he won't. Let's go.
Okay, hold on. Let me just tell the people. So I sent him every single reply to the tweet about lunch money where people were like, I want lunch money back. Every DM, sent it to him. He was like, fine, we'll do it. So here I am. I weaseled my way back. Ready?
By the way, people are way more excited about Moist than you. Go ahead.
Yeah, what happened to Moist?
Moist is around. Moist actually is an intern at Blockware.
No way.
I swear to God. Will Clemente, somehow, you guys want to have your minds blown? Somehow Will Clemente took Moist and brought him to Blockware.
That is
Moist
wild.
started at the bottom and now he's here. He literally started in the YouTube comments of Lunch Money and now he literally is working in the industry.
Also, for the people who have no idea what we're talking about, welcome. This is Lunch Money. It's kind of crazy.
Sorry,
okay.
You're going to learn a lot. All right, let's go. Get on the count of three, go.
Charlie Munger says he doesn't like Bitcoin because it's stupid, it's evil, and it makes people look bad.
As I tweeted this week, it's absolutely ridiculous that Charlie Munger is attacking Bitcoin in this way. One, if you talk about evil, Charlie Munger is probably one of the most unethical people in the world at this point. He not only has continued to facilitate all of the bad banking situation, Wells Fargo got in trouble for fraud. He literally said, hey, stop, leave them alone. Don't go ahead and be so abrasive towards them. He then said that the United States could learn a lot from the CCP, literally the Communist Party of China, where they're conducting a genocide. And then on top of that, Charlie Munger and his pal Warren Buffett literally made their money stuffing all sorts of processed sugar down the throats of Americans, whether it's something like Coca-Cola, See's Candy, etc. And so when you go ahead and you take a look at that business that they've been able to build, what you find is that they ultimately have made their money doing things that I personally don't agree with. And so evil is hilarious. It's hypocritical of them. The second thing that I would say is that these two men, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, there's no denying that they are some of the best investors over the last 50, 60, 70 years. Now, with that said, if you simply were to take the first part of their career, the first 10 years, and the last 10 years off their career, they would just be average investors for the most part, right? It's more so the time in the market, the fact that they've been able to have compounding work for them for so long that has given them a significant advantage. Now, they were smart enough to do it, so they get credit for that. And they are some of the best investors in the world. But I would not be taking my technology insights from people over the age of 90.
He's 98.
I literally do not care what they think about technology. And so ultimately, what you have to figure out is who do you get advice from is almost more important than what advice they're giving you. Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett, not the guys I'm going to take any sort of technology insights from. But I do think that they have some timeless investing principles that can be applied, whether you're talking about Bitcoin, real estate, or any other market in the world. So listen to their timeless investing advice, understand their ideas around long-term viewpoints, patience, etc., and then just ignore all the nonsense. They literally called Bitcoin rat poison. Like, what does that even mean?
Are you saying that when you're 98 years old, like people can't come to you for technology advice?
No. If I'm 98 years old and you're asking me about technology, you're a fool. Like that's my perspective. Anyone who's 98.
That's not true. There's a lot of curious 98-year-olds.
You show me a 98-year-old who is an expert in technology, and I'll literally show you a fiction character, because that is not how the world works. They're out of touch. They grew up in a world where just naturally you get older. Now, I'm not saying 40, 50, 60, 70-year-olds. I'm talking about somebody who's 98 years old. Your cognitive ability is no longer the same level that it used to be. You literally, if you hand a 98-year-old an iPhone and you tell them to operate it the same as a 25-year-old, it's not possible. They literally, their fingers are not dexterous enough to be able to do it.
All right, we went off on a tangent. My chair says I'm Joe. Like, I don't even know. But wait, so isn't Charlie...
Osteoporosis, people are saying. There's all kinds of issues.
Isn't Charlie Munger the one who said you have to know your edge
circle of competence?
Circle of competence.
Warren Buffett said that. Circle of competence.
No, I think they both said that. But that's the idea, right? Like, he knows his circle of competence. Bitcoin probably is not inside that circle.
Then don't comment on it. Because if you were intellectually honest,
people are asking him
and what you could say is, listen, I invest in value stocks that compound capital over long periods of time. We prefer cash flow investments, and therefore I don't have an opinion about Bitcoin. If it's outside your circle of competence and you have an opinion about it, then you're just ignorant because you're admitting this is outside my circle of competence. If it's outside your circle of competence, don't comment.
Has Warren commented on?
Yes,
Bitcoin?
and he said all kinds of dumb stuff as well.
Okay.
And by the way, don't get me started on his ethics. He had two wives at one point.
Okay, but
he was in a polygamous relationship.
That is true, but they both agreed and they
Wait,
knew
say that again? Because people think I'm crazy. Say that again? Warren Buffett was in a polygamous relationship.
But they both agreed and they knew what they were getting into.
I don't care. I'm just saying that in today's day and age where literally gender is debated, a man can't have two wives. Not
in today's day and age, that's not called polygamy, it's called an open relationship. Okay, Bitcoin. Well, next topic is, speaking of Bitcoin, in 401k. Don't be laughing at me.
It's her open relationship.
So retirement giant. I listen to the podcast. I know what the young kids do. Don't look at me. Retirement giant Fidelity said that it's launched a way for workers to put some of their 401k savings and contributions directly into Bitcoin, potentially up to 20% from all the account's main menu of investment options. So I read like 7 articles on this. All 7 were like, stop, this is dangerous. Warning, warning, warning. What do you think?
I think that there's 2 themes that are going on here. One is banks figured out how they can make money on this. The second, banks figured out how they can make money on Bitcoin. They flipped from being anti-Bitcoin to being pro-Bitcoin. Classic economic incentives. If I don't know how to make money on it, I hate it. My clients shouldn't do it. Stop talking to me about it. It's a scam. It's a fraud. It's a Ponzi. It's all this stuff. Oh, wait, I know how to make money on it. Now, all of a sudden, I'm in. Now, to Fidelity, right, kind of a side note on Fidelity, they've been the one financial institution since 2014 or so that's been all in on Bitcoin. They recognize Abigail Johnson. They recognize the value of it. They've been mining. They've been participating in a number of different ways. So Fidelity is kind of the outlier in this. And that doesn't surprise me that they were the first one in. But most banks now have a Bitcoin strategy because they realize there is a way for them to make money. Some of them, it's simply just allowing their clients to get access via a fund that buys Bitcoin. Some of them will actually do custody. Some of them will do things like this with 401ks and retirement accounts. As soon as they figured out how to make money from it, they all of a sudden become positive on Bitcoin. The second thing that I think is a trend here that's important to call out is that the retirement situation in America is absolutely horrendous. Over 50% of Americans say that they're behind on their retirement plan. A third of Americans say that they have no retirement savings whatsoever. Majority of the pension funds in America are underfunded and will not be able to actually go ahead and fund their future liabilities. And the Social Security already claims that they're going to be bankrupt by, I think it's 2033 or 2034. So when you go ahead and you take a look at those factors, it doesn't matter if you're an individual, you're counting on a pension, or you're counting on the government, you're screwed. And so naturally what ends up happening is you can do one of 2 things. Either you can say, oh, I'm not even going to try because I'm already so far behind. There's no way I can catch up. And therefore, I'm just going to opt out of any sort of retirement savings. Or 2 is you can be an intelligent person, recognize that there is a tax advantage to these retirement accounts, and say, I need to be smart about how to build this retirement. Most people who watch this show are young. If you're young, you should be using all the tax advantages of a retirement account. But young people don't want to give up their financial exposure to what they think are futures of the asset. So therefore, they don't want to hold cash. They don't want to hold bonds. They don't want to hold gold.
They can also take on more risk, correct?
I would argue that Bitcoin is not nearly as risky as holding bonds or cash right now. And so if you take a look at that, then what ends up happening is Fidelity has found kind of the intersecting circles, if you will, where basically if you were to draw a Venn diagram, I want people to be using retirement accounts and people want to have Bitcoin. Put it together in the middle, bam, that's Fidelity being able to offer Bitcoin as part of it. Now, Fidelity's not offering it directly. The other key piece of this is Fidelity has a platform of there's, 30, 50,000 customers that are companies, and they offer it to their end employees. So Fidelity is saying not to just Fidelity employees, they're saying any one of these, let's call it 50,000 companies, you now can offer Bitcoin as an asset in your employees' retirement accounts. And so what's going to end up happening is some employers are going to immediately say, yep, we're in, let's go. Other employers are going to say, no, we don't want to do it. So this doesn't mean that everyone gets it rolled out immediately. It's a company by company decision on whether they're going to offer this to their employees or not. The reason why that's important is because my guess is that this can become a competitive advantage when recruiting talent, is if all of a sudden people say, hey, come here and you can put Bitcoin in your retirement account versus that other company you're considering going to. If you can't, I think that they got an advantage.
Great point. Guys, just a quick note to like the video so that I want my segment, I want my segment to be the most viewed and liked out of any other segment.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Okay, so Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have a little rivalry going. Amazon
It's
has
not really a rivalry.
Amazon has a plan to deliver internet from space using 3,236 small satellites in low Earth orbit. It's called Project Kuiper. I had to look up how to say that. So in April, the company signed a multi-billion-dollar contract, which is the largest rocket deal in the history of commercial space industry for launches of its Kuiper satellites. SpaceX already has thousands. They have about 2,000 satellites in orbit. Why the hell is Jeff gonna do this?
Moist is in the chat. By the
No
way, I
way.
saw it. Yep, he said, I'm like 20 minutes behind the stream, but the rumors are true. Moist, what up, Moist gang?
Oh my God, Moist
is here.
gang.
All right, so
Okay.
when it comes to Amazon and Bezos, which really is Blue Origin and Bezos versus Elon and SpaceX, there's no rivalry. There's no competition. Like,
You're
it's not-
saying SpaceX is far and beyond.
Well, it's just, here's a great idea. SpaceX has a satellite business. Blue Origin has a dream. There is no rivalry.
But Blue Origin signed the largest rocket deal in the history of rocket deals.
Signing deals means nothing. Partnerships mean nothing. It's like when shitcoins are like, oh, we have a partnership with the world. Like, what do you mean? It means nothing. At the end of the day, SpaceX has a satellite business and Blue Origin doesn't. Now, that can change. They can go create satellites, they can go launch them, they can get them into orbit, they can do all this stuff. Starlink works. Starlink works so well that Elon Musk was on freaking Twitter during the Russia invasion of Ukraine saying, I'm going to send satellites and hardware over to Ukraine so that you guys have internet access. And within 48 hours, it was done. And he had the politicians in Ukraine saying, thank you, Elon. If Blue Origin had to do that, it'd take them a year to get the satellites up in the air and to get the hardware.
I know,
this is
but-
the difference
but
between a
the way-
business that's operating and a dream. And I tend to think that the perfect example of this is the meme where Michael Phelps is swimming and the second place is staring at Michael
Okay.
Phelps, but Michael Phelps is facing forward.
Right.
Number one
But-
focuses on winning. Number two focuses on number
But
one.
I will challenge you on that because it's the Uber Lyft. SpaceX is Uber. Jeff Bezos is Blue Origin. Wants to be Lyft. There's room. It's
Lyft was
space-
the innovator. Ooh,
All right,
well,
whatever.
I don't know if that's
Whoever-
allowed to be said. That's
Well,
true.
well, exactly. So Uber kind of surpassed it, even though it was number 2, right?
Well, because they were better at executing.
Exactly. So maybe
I was a Lyft investor. so-
Bezos is such a great executor, not literally, but executor and operator that he can do this.
Maybe.
I truly, and it says that basically an estimated 37% of the world's population has still never used the internet, with 96% of those people living in developing countries. I think
True.
the satellite, space, Mars, whatever, outer space alien market is huge, and I think there can be more than one winner.
There can definitely be more than one winner, and I do think that there will be multiple winners. My point is just that right now, SpaceX is like a Ferrari, and Blue Origin is like a Honda Accord.
Are you saying the Honda Accord cannot catch up to the Ferrari?
No,
Not literally.
no. Elon Musk and SpaceX created reusable rockets, and they have done over and over and over again launches, successful relandings, reusings of the rocket. They have also deployed Starlink, which is a massive business already, and they will continue to execute at a level that I do not believe they will get caught by Blue Origin. Now, that doesn't mean Blue Origin can't say, oh, that satellite business, that sounds like an interesting idea. Why don't we create our own version of it? That's what I think is going on here, and that's okay. But I do not think that these two companies are even remotely in the same category category in terms
I
of
agree.
where they already are, what their ambitious plans are, or what they potentially.
But I happen to know that you're an investor in a company that is doing satellites, correct?
What company?
I don't remember the name.
Don't say the name. I don't know if I don't know if I am.
Oh.
Oh, are you talking about Varda?
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing space manufacturing.
Okay. But is there not plenty of space in that market?
Yeah, but satellites. So, just so everyone understands, Starlink is basically the idea they're going to put satellites up in the air. They're going to cover the world with internet connectivity, and they beam it down from the satellites. And so, if you think of the Earth, and then you put satellites around it, you can cover the entire Earth with internet coverage. That's the idea behind Starlink. What space manufacturing is that you're going to use reusable rockets. To your point, they basically can buy space on the SpaceX rockets, get up into space. They have like a manufacturing facility that's up there. They do some manufacturing and then they bring it back down. Now, the difference between the space satellites and the space manufacturing is they're two completely different use cases. One is satellites for internet coverage. The other is to manufacture things and bring them back down. The connection point between Varda and SpaceX, from what I understand, again, I don't know anything more than what I read online for the most part, is, it's true, I just bet on my friends. Delian's in, I'm in. If Delian's doing something, I'm in. That they are going to use these other rocket companies to get up there and then
Right.
do the space manufacturing and come back down.
Just before we move on to the next topic, Moist is trying to steal my thunder in the comments. And two, because people are too excited for him. And two, I'm so proud of him because the last time we talked to him, wasn't he still in college? And now he's working? Did he drop out?
Internship.
Oh, it's an internship.
I believe.
Okay.
I don't
All
want
right.
to speak for Moist.
Okay. Well, Moist, you have the floor. Next topic we have here, summer camps. Inflation is hitting summer camps. As demand surges, because, after the pandemic, all these kids were at home, parents were going crazy apparently, parents should prepare to pay more to secure a camp spot for their child because camp fees are estimated to jump 10 to 15% this summer over 2021? This is wrong. 2022.
Well,
Yeah.
the
Frickin' CNN,
Well,
get
of course, CNN, fake news, obviously. They have an error in the
I
article.
used to work there for the record.
The
Nobody knew.
increase of don't tell people that. The increase of 10 to 15% is just in line with actual inflation. So that isn't that's not surprising to me. Second of all, is summer camp. They position themselves like we're going to teach your kids stuff. Nobody goes to summer camp to learn anything. The reason why parents send
She
their
went
kids
to
to summer
tennis camp.
Yeah, the reason, and this is exactly why, is because their parents want the kids out of the house, and it's actually just expensive babysitters. You send your kid to summer camp so they get out of the house during the summer, which is exactly what most people do in school. So they send their kids to these government schools because they just want them out of the house. It's just a free version of a babysitter for 8 hours out of the day.
I don't think it's free, but yeah.
Public schools outside of taxes, yeah. And
I
so
thought you
summer
meant
camp you have to pay for, but that's what they're doing. They're sending their kid out of there. They're not actually going to learn that much. And so I personally believe that you'd be way better off telling your kid to go outside and play with kids in the neighborhood, or telling them, hey, go solve a problem. Go teach them to actually solve problems. Completely different
I never went to
situation.
summer camp and I turned out fine, I think, for the most part.
And by the way, my mom sent me and my brothers to tennis camp, and we got.
Did you learn tennis?
I think we got kicked out. No, we didn't
Not
learn
surprised.
tennis. But I think we got kicked out of the camp or asked not to come back or something
Asked not to.
no, because they would hit the ball and you were in a line, and me and my brothers would go up and try to hit it as far and as high as we could out of the little tennis area, and they were like, "Stop doing that," and we're like, "Sorry, we're just too strong," and they were like, "You're 12. Please don't come back tomorrow."
Are we sending our daughter to summer
No,
camp?
she's not going anywhere near government schools and any of this. She's just gonna stick with me. Just stick with
God,
me.
guys.
We got it. All right, next thing. Let's go. You got 1 minute and 6 seconds.
What? Oh my God. Okay. This is important. There's a fish lizard fossil that was found, and of course, okay.
Oh, what?
So, okay. Oh my God. Okay. So these long extinct fish lizards. Okay, I'm sorry. Media companies, get rid of your freaking ads. Look at this. I can't read it. What do I do?
We'll
Hold
hit
on.
the X out button.
I'm trying. Okay.
This
So-
segment is going to be renamed Watch Polina Try to Use the Internet.
So this marine reptile carnivore used to be the largest thing in the universe. Oh my God, the clock is making me nervous. They weighed almost 80 tons and spanned 65 feet.
So 65
And then
foot
they
long, 80-ton
It's kinda- yeah.
fish lizard.
It used to be, so then the dolphin is what we got out of that. You know?
This sounds made up.
No, it's crazy. But it wiped out. It went extinct, you know? It's called the giant Ichthyosaurus.
So it's a dinosaur.
And only smaller dolphin-like animals lived until 90 million years ago.
So it's a dinosaur.
Yes, but a fish one. Have you seen a fish dinosaur?
No, I've never seen a fish dinosaur. By the way,
Oh my God, the time is up.
fish lizards, just so we're clear,
Yes.
those are just lizards.
No, but they live in the water.
Where do you think lizards go in the
They
water?
live, I've seen them in Miami. I almost step on them.
Yeah, and they go in the water.
Ew, no, they don't.
They
They climb trees.
They go in the tree as well. They're amphibious.
You don't know what that means.
Yeah, I do it. An amphibious vehicle
So-
means it can go on land or water. Get a dictionary.
We're going to have a conversation after this in the very first lunch money. So, time is up. I want to tell people about Ask LM, hashtag Ask LM. Once this clip is posted on YouTube, on his Anthony Pompliano YouTube channel, you go in there and in the comments, you ask us a question that we will then answer live. The best ones obviously will get answered. Use the hashtag AskLM. What are you doing?
People said that you need to prep better and just copy and paste these articles into a Word doc before you go on air so you can be more organized.
Kevin, look at
And
me,
then,
Kevin.
well, hold on. And then
Kevin?
JH said that you should slap me.
There you go. Kevin, don't you. I got it. Next time I'll be more. I came out of a gear closet to.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. So wait, what was I saying? Oh, so use the hashtag AskLM in the comments of this video. Not here, not in the live chat, in the posted video, and I will pick one. And I'll be prepared in a Word doc. And then because we didn't have a question today, I came prepared with a joke. It's Anthony's favorite joke time. All right, ready? Where do you learn to make a banana split?
Dairy Queen.
No, why would that be funny? Tell me.
Where?
Sunday school. Get it? Get it?
I'm going to use that on Sophia when she's like 3.
All right, that's it for today.